What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and we are back with part 4 of our Pokemon Showdown, a session here in RU featuring our beautiful Yanmega with weakness policy and all that good stuff. I mean, it's not really a new set, it's not really that innovative or anything, but I just love it. It's so good. And so many people still just try to hit it with a super effective move. I don't understand. Before we get started today, if you can, remember, if you would like to show some support to the channel in this series, I highly encourage you to click that thumbs up button or the dislike button. Either is fine as long as you're leaving feedback. That's all that I really care about. And remember, this is not like a super try-hardish team. In fact, the team itself is actually pretty bad. We're just having a laid-back session. We're just having some fun. That's pretty much all it is. So you don't need to point out that my team is terrible, because I already know that. So let's just see. Let's see what's going on here. Some very standard RU things are happening on my opponent's team. We've got Delphox, Hitmonlee, Jellicent, Registeel, Ambipom, and a Tyrantrum. Let's see. I don't see any electric type immunities. So Jolteon feels like it could be a good lead, but at the same time, I'm thinking that the Ambipom could be a lead. The Delphox could also lead, predicting the Bronzong to come out. So I'm actually going to lead off with Jolteon first, and he's going to lead off with the Registeel. Okay, so he's going to try to get up rocks. We're going to Volt Switch out. He's probably specially defensive, so this is not going to do a whole lot. Yeah, he's going to stay in. That only does 28%. That's a Life Orb max special attack Jolteon, so that is a thing. Probably going to set up rocks, as I mentioned. So now the question is, what do I want to go into? He does have a Ghost type, and unfortunately, our Hitmonchan doesn't have any coverage to hit that Jellicent at all, so we can't just bring it in and start power-up punching. If I had the Thunder Punch, I guess we could. But I'm not going to play that game. I really don't have anything for Registeel, do I? So I guess we're going into Shiftry here. I don't know if that's the best thing. I guess I can hope that he tries to T-Wave me next turn. Yeah, there's the rocks. I could have went into Golbat, but I can't touch this Registeel. I really cannot. So let's see. I kind of want to predict that Hitmonlee to come in, and we can Bullet Seed him. Which, if we get like 4 hits, that might just be a KO. Actually, what else would want to come in? Jellicent doesn't really want to come in. But the thing he could be afraid of, he doesn't really have that much to switch in on this though, because if he switches in the Hitmonlee on a knockoff, he's not going to be able to get his normal gem activated, and that is an issue. So actually, instead of the Sword Stance, we're going to go for the knockoff. He's going to stay in. Alright, he's going to get his lefties knocked off as he tries to T-Wave us, and we're going to activate our Lumberry, and it's just a good time. At this point, I kind of want to go back into Jolteon, predicting another T-Wave, because nothing else really wants to get paralyzed. I mean, I guess Bronzong does, because that would increase the power of his Gyro Ball even more, but we can't touch Registeel, so we're going to go into Ohm here. Go for the T-Wave, I'm begging you. He does, and we get all of our health back due to Volt Absorb. That was not a good play. And now we can go for T-Bolt pretty safely. And oh, he just barely survives. We see the Iron Head, that doesn't do enough, and now we can go for... Let's see, I guess we can go for a Volt Switch and bring out our Golbat to defog these things away. So, goodbye Registeel. I'm kind of surprised that he left it in as long as he did. And unfortunately, we took over 50% on Jolteon, but I think that's worth it. So in comes Bruce. He's going to take 25% due to the rocks. Or just slightly less because we have a good HP number. So that we can switch in 5 times. Or I guess 4 times safely. But we'll see what he wants to do. I'm guessing the Delphox is going to come out. And if that's the case, we can't really stay in. We don't really have a switch in either, though. I mean, I guess we could go into Bronzong because we're especially defensive. Oh, the Ambipom's actually going to come out. I'm going to stay in here, though. I don't think he can two-shot us. So I'm going to go for the Defog. He does go for the Fake Out, does 16%. Going to flinch. If only we had the Inner Focus. That would help at this point. But actually, I kind of want to Roost first before we Defog. Yeah, let's try the Roost first. Fling the King's Rock. Fling Ambipom. Why? Why are you running Fling? Oh, Acrobatics. Okay. Alright, that is respectable. but it didn't do nearly as much as he wanted it to. He might switch now, as we're going to Defog. In comes the Tyrantrum. No more freaking rocks on our side of the field, which our team really doesn't mind it too much because they don't have any Focus Sash users, and the only thing that's weak to it is, besides this Golbat, of course, we have Yanmega, but Endure Weakness policy doesn't really care about rocks really at all. So this thing can go for a Stone Edge pretty easily. So I think we're going to go into our Bronzong here, Cybertron, as he goes for the Ice Fang, which, why would you go for Ice Fang? What could I possibly switch in that Ice Fang would be good against? I don't really know. Stone Edge I think was the better play, but that's just me. That is just me. Let's see. I'm going to set up a Reflect first. Oh, he goes into the Hitmonlee. Alright. I don't think he can do anything to us really either, especially with this Reflect up. I really want to get the rocks up in case he's got a Focus Sash user. We know the Ambipom is not, but the Delphox could potentially be. Yeah, let's go for the Gyro Ball, actually. He goes for the Knockoff. Of course Hitmonlee's carrying Knockoff. Why wouldn't he be carrying Knockoff? And we get a crit. I don't even know if that mattered because Hitmonlee is pretty darn fast compared to a Bronzong with a minus speed nature. And this is why I wanted rocks up, unfortunately. We were not able to do that. I thought that Hitmonlee was going to survive. I mean, Hitmonlee has trash physical defense, so I guess I should not have been expecting that. We don't have a switch in, unfortunately. We really do not. At this point, rocks don't really mean anything. I guess we can try to get up a light screen to ease the damage that we're going to take from other things. And it might allow Shiftry to survive a Flamethrower, except we're not going to survive, even though we're specially defensive. I wonder if this thing is specs also. I don't really know. I don't really know at all. Let's go into our... I kind of want to go into Yanmega and just try to get him to... Well, no, because he has the Fake Out pressure still. Fake Out is indeed a thing. So let's go out into our Shiftry, and I know that the Sucker Punch is blatantly obvious, but we're going to go for it. And he stays in! He stays in and he's not Focus Sash. We get a crit again, but that, again, does not matter. Does not matter one bit. In comes the Ambipom, and we are going to go into Bruce here because we have Recovery, we have the Reflect up, the Fake Out was blatantly obvious, and I think I would like to go for a Brave Bird. I'm going to switch out into the Jellicent, which I don't really understand at all, and I would love to Toxic this thing. Why didn't you just go out into Tyrantrum? That was your best switch. And we have this thing Toxic, which is great. He's going to recover, but the damage is done. Now he can Roost up as he maybe tries to Willow me. I don't really know. But yeah, we're going to be back up to full health. No, he's going to go for the Hex without Willowing. Okay, these plays. The plays are interesting. Very interesting. And by interesting, I mean not interesting in the slightest. We don't really need Jolteon anymore, so I kind of want to switch him in here. But I don't know that that's worth it. So we're just going to go for Brave Bird. And now the Tyrantrum's going to come in. He's going to take Jack Diddley Squat from that Brave Bird. 16% is nothing. Do I have a switch into this? Not really. Hitmonchan's not going to take a Stone Edge very nicely. So I think I just want to Toxic it and let Mr. Bruce go down here. Oh, he actually outspeeds. He's running max speed. Okay, and we see the Toxic. Somehow Bruce took that because he's just a tank. He's just a tank. Fortunately, we can't take another one. But, like I said, we don't have a switch in, so I'm just going to go for Roost. He goes for Stone Edge again. He does connect with 2 in a row, and he deserves that because I got a couple of crits. Albeit, they didn't really matter, but still. Still. Now, let's see. Let's see, what can we go into? I don't have the HP Ice, so that's not really a good switch with Jolteon. We do outspeed, I believe, with... Well, no, if he's running max speed, he could very easily outspeed, I believe. I'm saying I believe a lot. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that, so I'm just not going to even finish that thought. I would like to go for a Drain Punch here. I really feel like that Jellicent is going to come in, but it's Toxic, so I can just switch out if that's the case. I'm just going to go for the Drain Punch. Yep, the Jellicent is going to come in, and I can't do anything to it, except Fire Punch, which is not going to do anything at all. So I really don't want to go into Shiftry because we don't have our Lumberry anymore because that Registeel kind of ate it up. Jolteon's not going to do us a whole lot of good, so I guess we can switch that in and try to get some damage off in this thing. He's going to go for the Toxic, so he doesn't have the Willow unless he's running double status, which isn't really very common. So we've seen Toxic, Hex, and Recover. Scald, I'm guessing, is his other move. I don't really know. I don't really know at all. Let's go for a T-Bolt. And he's going to stay in and take 62% and finish us off with a Hex. He gets a crit. I don't think that mattered at all. Jolteon's pretty darn frail. So yeah, that did not matter whatsoever. At this point, let's see. What do I want to go into? What do I want to go into? I'm going to say that our Buzzbeat is a good switch here. Because I know the fake out pressure is still there, but why not just go for it? Why not? Why not? I see no reason not to. We're going to go for the Bug Buzz. It's going to be not very effective actually on this Jellicent, and it's neutral and everything else. He's going to stay in, let his Jellicent go down to another crit. There have been so many meaningless crits in this match that it's just blowing my mind. Blowing my mind. I don't think that a Mach Punch from a... Yeah, I don't think a Mach Punch is going to kill. So, with that being said... I mean, he's going to go for the Fake Out, no doubt. No doubt in my mind he's going for the Fake Out. Do we need Shiftry for anything? Not really. We need Hitmonchan more. So let's switch in Shiftry, I guess. Do I want to do that? Because then I can Sucker Punch. Or Bullet Seed. I mean, Ambipom outspeeds. Tyrantrum does not outspeed because I max speed on the Shiftry. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but I guess I'm not. I'm just saying the same word because speed happened to be in a lot of sentences in a row. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go. What in the world am I doing? I'm pulling up all kinds of things from my computer. We're going to go for the Bug Buzz. He doesn't go for the Fake Out. He goes for the Acrobatics to take me out. So actually, he's going to activate our weakness policy, and we get a speed boost. I guess, you know what? That was actually a really good play on my opponent's part because my 3 remaining Pokemon are all weak to flying, so a switch would have been a bad idea anyway. At this point, we can just spam Bug Buzz. He goes for Fake Out, but it's not the first turn, so I don't know why you would do that. I'm very confused. That beautiful, shiny, toxic Tyrantrum comes in, and he's just going to die to a Bug Buzz. Yanmega coming through for us yet again. And I don't know. Oh, I forgot to tell him good luck, have fun. But we'll tell him GG. And it's lagging a little bit. So hopefully he gets it before he has to leave. Yeah, there we go. So that was interesting. That was an interesting battle indeed, and Yanmega is proving to be the most useful member on this team without a doubt. It's just wrecking shop. Wrecking shop, and I believe Yanmega is actually, I think it's being currently suspect tested. I believe that's what this ladder is right now, actually. Because it's just so powerful. So powerful. I would not be opposed to it going into Borderline 2. Really at all. And speaking of Borderline, I mean, that's a different story, but I think a couple of things, quite a few things in just regular BL. BL1 can start moving into OU now that Aegislash is gone. So that's one effect that it's going to have in the meta. But I'm just talking about things that aren't related. I hope you guys enjoyed this part. If you did, make sure you leave a like and, you know, you're writing a comment telling me what your thoughts are and all that good stuff. And I will see you all for the next part. But until then, game on.